Hopefully you had an opportunity to purchase your workbook for this season. It's $2.99. Again, it is in the Etsy studio. There are 4 seasons so far to the teaching of what Yeshua teach, because we follow his footsteps through the gospel. So make sure you have some type of writing material. If you do not have the workbook, that's fine. Grab your piece of paper, because you should be taking notes. And most of all, you should be testing what I am sharing with you. So what we're going to do first is go over the previous teaching that we went through last week. I'm going to pull up my sheet for that teaching. And that was episode 10 of season 4. And we finished John chapter 10. And it was a quick and simple teaching, but I'm going to go over some key points of what I see, all the reflections we're going to go through. But the notable things is this: he was telling the people of his day, Yeshua, that he is the shepherd. They're the sheep, and don't forget, there's another fold that he has to bring in. And this is where we get the great commission of his disciples, his apostles, and all them going out, and how we're going out because we're disciples, right? He's given them eternal life. So that eternal life is what you're going to get at the end. Listen, Yeshua is preventing us from getting the judgment of the wrath of Elohim. That's important to understand. So that's how you get eternal life. We talked about the Feast of Dedication, and which I'm going to bring it to my reflection, but there's my cross reference. And I did not mean to put that word study in there. I think I meant to put something else, but that's okay. It's there. Now, Judas of Maccabees. So this is where you get the Feast of Dedication. If you have not read the book of Maccabees, you do not understand what the Feast of Dedication is and why it is there. There is some foundation information that I recommend for anyone to read the book of Maccabees. Now, we hear many people in the denomination, non-denominational religious system says, one day our Bible is going to be gone. One day the church of doors is going to be closed. We won't be able to do this and this and that. But many do not know that have already occurred in the book of Maccabees, which is how we spoke about last week, how we have the Greek-speaking Jews in the book of Acts and those issues that come up about that. But I'm not saying that this time might not happen again, but it will be good to have a foundation to show how it happened before. So now we have the people asking who he is. Now, they were supposed to be looking for this prophet like Moses. They were supposed to be looking for the Messiah. But I don't believe that they understood that the Messiah and the prophet was one. So Yeshua spoke about where he was, who he is, where he was from, the evidence of everything. He spoke about it. They were unable to see. All his work, they could not see, and still did not see the Messiah. And we still do not have people seeing the Messiah because non-denominational religious system see Christ. Christ is the anointed one. There's many of us are anointed. Jehovah's people was anointed. We are supposed to be reading in the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament, about the Messiah. That is the king priest. That is who he is, who Daniel most definitely was able to identify and give us the name Messiah. Yeshua had to teach them about their scriptures because they was questioning him and basically going to stone him because he said he is one with the Father, that they're one. So he most definitely had to help them understand their scriptures because they miss Psalms 82 and 6, where Jehovah is teaching them, you are gods, you are all sons of the Most High. So they missed that part. They wasn't able to put those scriptures together because, of course, the traditions and things that they were learning, the Talmud, all that blinds you from the written word. So they have the scriptures and on the scrolls, and we have the Bible in our hands. And many still miss the truth. They miss Jehovah's word. So my application is I will continue to pray for his word to reveal to me. If uh, anyone writer that really gets into this is Psalms 119. I love how David speaks about asking the Father to open his eyes to the Torah. That is a daily prayer for me, is to ask Jehovah to open my eyes to his Torah, to his word, in order for me to see the wholeness of the word. So because I will study the whole word, not part and not half, because it comes together seamlessly. I will always do my best to walk the word. This is a lifestyle that we're supposed to be leaving. So my question during this study was, why didn't the leaders search the scrolls? Just like King Herod had his officials to search the scrolls about the Messiah, the king is going to be born. This is what the religious leader probably should have did, but instead they was going against him because he was bringing them into the truth out of the tradition of man, out of the dogma of man. So, and how do we read this book of the New Testament? How did the people of that day understand the words or the teachings of YESHUA? And of course, who are we following?